one of the most fulfilling aspects of what we get to do as coaches. So first of all, if you're sitting here and you're a coach, why are you guys leaving? Seriously. Like, really.
Shout out to you and your seats.
Thank you for staying. Okay, if you're sitting here and you're a coach or an Emerald coach with a mom and a husband who isn't quite building the business, don't plug your ears. This is still applicable, okay? Because everything that we're talking about starts in our challenge groups. It starts with developing our challengers and empowering them, because those are lots of times going to be our rock star coaches, right? So this is applicable to all of you. If you want to reach all of the goals that you guys have in your coaching business, learn how to empower your coaches to reach their goals. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because that's what leadership is, and that's what this business is all about.
This is me with this thing.
No, you're good.
Okay, so what we are going to be continuously asking you today is, do you feel like a leader? As you sit here today, as you're walking around Summit, do you feel like a leader? And do you feel like your team is following your lead? When you walk out the door, not now, but in 20 minutes, when you walk out the door, we want you to feel like, okay, I can take some things away here, and to know that you're not just going to tell people what to do. We're not going to micromanage to lead, but instead you're just going to simply show them how it's done. That's what the best leaders do.
So before you ever ask people to change is hard, change is uncomfortable, change is scary. And if they are going to do those things that you're asking them to do in your challenge groups and as a coach, you need to connect with them first. This is a people business. This is a relationship business. So I want you guys to stop being surfacey with the people that you're connecting with, and truly get to know them. Get to know why they want to be in your group. Get to know why they want to coach. Get to know what this means for them and how life-changing it can be. Because as soon as you really know them as people, you're going to want to invest in their growth, okay?
Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about creating a culture of belief. So you're going to hear the word culture. Maybe it's different to you. Maybe you say it's your tribe. Those are my people, my community, my fit fam, whatever. But you're creating this culture of belief from the beginning. And it starts with you. It starts with your vision. And it has to be laser focused, crystal clear from the beginning. What is my vision for my business? What is my vision for my team? And all of those new coaches coming on board, what is their vision? You have to know that. So what I do is I want to recognize what I want to see more of. So if you're sitting in your seat and you're like, I'd really like to see more team volume, then you want to recognize those rock stars who are killing it with volume. 250 a week, 500 volume a week, whatever it is that you decide to shout out, do that. If you want to see more people hitting Success Club, shout out all the people that are hitting Success Club. Shout out the people who have points on the board and are close to hitting Success Club. That's going to encourage them to keep going. The leadership ladder, perfect example. You got celebrated last night, for hitting these certain rungs on the leadership ladder. And that's huge, and that's a newer one. And it's so important because that's showing that they are stepping up. They are stepping up into that leadership role. So recognize those people. We want you to know that you're a leader right now. Whether there's one person in your downline or 10,000 in your downline, you are a leader right now. So lean into your team, surround yourself with them, get to know them like she said. Even when the times get tough and you feel like pulling back, lean in.
Belief is so important, you guys. The other day I was having a conversation with my coaches in our message thread, and I have a message thread for each rank, not every rank, but each developmental level. And it was with my diamond thread. So these are coaches who are emerald or ruby working towards diamond. And I said, you guys, let's have a real conversation for a second. How many of you truly believe that everything that you want in life is possible through Beachbody. And some of them were like 100%. I totally believe everything that I want, my goals, my dreams, everything I want for my family, I can make them happen because of this opportunity. And then others said, you know what? I believe that it's possible for other people, but I struggle believing that it's for me. And those are the coaches that struggle with consistency, that struggle with their posts, that struggle showing up. Belief is what drives action. So if you don't have that belief for yourself, or if you don't help your coaches develop that belief for themselves, it's going to be hard for them to show up. And then right after belief comes vision. You have to be so clear on why you're here, and you have to help your coaches create that vision for themselves. And it looks different for everyone. We have this opportunity, and it's the same for all of us. We are no different than every single one of you. And I truly believe that whatever you want to happen out of this, you can. And it doesn't matter how big or how small it is, you can make it happen. Are you clear on what you want out of this? Are you clear on what your coaches want out of this? Because if you don't help them have that clear vision, they're not going to show up. They're not going to sacrifice. They're not going to do things when life gets hard and it's inconvenient, because this business isn't convenient sometimes. And it takes consistency, and it takes heart, and it takes passion. So are you taking time to know what your coaches are passionate about? Every single one of us has different passions. Sorry, go for it. We all have different passions. You guys know that some of the top leaders, there's Fit and Funky, Daniela Tony, she's like rock hard abs, fitness, that's her brand. Then there's Melissa McAllister, who's nutrition guru. And then there's Tara Carr, who's all about finances and helping people budget. What are you passionate about? And then learn how to weave in Success Club, rank advancing, developing people, living a healthy lifestyle. Learn how to weave in those things into your passions, because that's when you can create consistency, and that's when you show up every day, and that's when you get excited to do this for the rest of your life.
Yes, and just as important as the vision are setting expectations, you guys. You have to set expectations as yourself, as a leader, or for yourself and for your team and your new coaches who come on board. And the easiest way for you to do that is to have a system in place. Have a system in place that's duplicatable. The last thing that I want to happen is a coach signs up with me and they see all these things I'm doing to get my coaches started or whatever, run my team, and they're like, I could never do that. I'm not even going to try, so I'm not even going to try to build my team. And that's a legit fear for a lot of people. It's a fear of becoming a leader, so they don't do anything about it. But if you can create systems that are duplicatable, this business is duplicatable, you guys, you've seen it. You have to create those things. So I make videos, you know, I do different things, but I'll send my coach a welcome email, and in that'll be a video. Here's what I expect from you as a new coach. I expect you to get on the trainings. I expect you to get on the national wake-up call. You know, I expect you to do X, Y, Z. And in turn, here's what you can expect from me as your coach. So set examples of good behavior. And that's what we've been talking about this whole time. Don't tell them what to do, show them what to do. So I'm getting on the national wake-up call 4 years into the business. I post a selfie, hey, let me know that you're on the national wake-up call. Drop your selfie below in our team page. So simple to do. Show up to Super Saturday with your team. Tell everyone else they need to show up to Super Saturday. People ask me, do you still run challenge groups? That's the craziest question to me, because
#duh.
Yeah, I will never stop running a challenge group. It's what built this business for me. So if it worked for me, I'm gonna make sure that all of my coaches are running challenge groups. It's a non-negotiable for me. It has to be done. Since May of 2013, every single month. And then showing up at these events, you guys, you're here. So you can pat yourselves on the back for being here, whether you're the only one showing up with your team, or if you've got a whole tribe here with you. You're gonna take away so many nuggets from these different trainings that you can take back to your team to light your own fire again, maybe, and your team. Talk about being here. I have so many coaches who are watching us while we're here, and they want to be here, and they're going to show up next year because we're here, because you're here. So make sure you do that. So lead the charge and give them someone to follow.
I love it. And along those lines of leading from the front, don't ever stray from the basics. You guys, leadership isn't complicated. It is leading from the front, setting that example, and then helping your coaches do the same thing. So that's the 4 vital behaviors every single day. And it looks different as you evolve. You might do things a little bit differently, you might weave it in a little bit differently, but you have to make sure that you're doing those things, okay? What I found is that if I wasn't a coach, I wouldn't work out every single day. I definitely wouldn't do my PD every single day. I definitely wouldn't get on social media every single day. But guess what? Those are the things that make my life better. They make me healthier, they make me happier, they make me more of a selfless person when I get to pour into others and serve them. So by helping me create a lifestyle around these things, it makes me better. So create a lifestyle with this business. Don't separate the two. This is my business, this is my life. Somehow I gotta fit this in. No, it's one and the same. Figure out how to weave it in so it becomes your normal. Every single day, you get those things done. And that's when you'll see huge, massive growth. And as soon as you do that, make sure that you're teaching your coaches how to do that, because it's consistency in the basics that drives the business, okay?
And my favorite slide ever, empowering them, you guys. Giving them their confidence when maybe they don't have it. One of my coaches lacked so much confidence when she started this business that held her back for months from even starting. Shared her story openly on the huge Superdome stage yesterday and killed it, nailed it. And I'm just so proud. And so you have to give them confidence, give them that credibility within the team early on when maybe they don't see it in themselves. So give them that responsibility. I want them to have skin in the game early on, because I don't want them signing up and sitting back and not doing anything when I know what they're capable of, maybe before that they do. So I'm gonna give them responsibility and I'm gonna make them step up. If I'm here and I can't be posting as often in my team page, I've reached out to some coaches and said, can you go live and share your personal development in our team page? Can you remind the team of the National Wake Up Call on Sunday or Monday, since maybe I won't be able to do that myself? Give them that responsibility, delegate. It's the hardest thing for me to ever do. But you have to do it as a leader or you're gonna burn out.
Crazy.
Yeah, and so call on them. You have coaches that have crazy strengths. And I don't know, I mean, my team is sick of hearing from me. They hear from me all the time. So to hear new faces and see people killing it and rocking the business early on is something that they love to see. So if I have an Emerald coach and their strength is, rocking out Success Club, I'm gonna have them co-host that call or get on someone's call and talk about that, because they're really great at that. And the other Emeralds on the team and the other new coaches on the team are probably going to relate more to that person who's closer in that same part of their journey as them. And praise them, you guys. Praise them, praise them, praise them in front of their peers. That means on their social media platforms. That means in the team pages. And it can be these big things, the leaderboards and all this stuff, but it can also be as simple as a new coach signs their very first coach. And I give them a shout out. I tag them in the team page and I'm like, shout out to you for signing your first coach. You're one coach from Emerald, way to go. As small as that seems, signing your first coach is a huge deal when you're a new coach. So I want to show them that that's a big deal. And, pat them on the back for that. It's an easy thing to do. And the rinse and repeat. What we mean by that is you keep doing it over and over again. It becomes part of what you do, just like the vitals. You do it every single day, every week, every month, every year. It never stops.
Yeah, just an idea. One of the things that I do to empower my coaches, it's really simple and it really helps, especially new coaches, is I do a top 10 weekly board for my personally sponsored coaches. And in order to get on there, it's based off of the week. So it's Success Club, whoever got the most Success Club points that week, whoever got the most volume that week, whoever added coaches that week. So that means a brand new coach is even playing field with all my rockstar leaders. And you can bet that when they see their face right next to my 5-star, 8-star leaders, they're like, holy crap. Like, I've been seeing these girls on our shout outs for months now, and I'm next to them. Maybe I can actually do this. And it's just that little seed of confidence that some coaches need to rise up and to really rock this out. So find ways to empower your coaches and really help them build that confidence early on. If you guys haven't read the book No Limits by John C. Maxwell, you guys need to get it, and you need to read it. I told the other groups to read it 5 times, but I'm going to tell you guys to read it like 29 times because it's that good, and you guys are our favorites, so the better, okay? One of the quotes that I love in the book, he says, in the end, life is about people. Never forget it. Never take care of your people instead of taking care of your career. When you think about rank advancing, when you think about Success Club, when you think about all of the stuff that drives your business, sometimes it freaks you out a little bit. Don't stress about that stuff. If you care about your challengers, if you care about your coaches, if you love on them, if you pour into them, if you truly invest in their growth and their success, they will do what it takes to grow their business and develop as people and have success. So make sure that you're just being a people person. That's what leadership is. It's developing people, and that's what we get to do every single day, and it's such a blessing. So thank you for being here, you guys.
Thank you for staying. We hope you've had a great summit. We'll see you at Celebration tonight, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
And that's the way to close your session. Let's hear it for Micah Folsom and Niki.